let me take you back. Back to the past. Nope. Stop. You did this joke already. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway. Back in 2017, when nothing was really going on in the state of animation, at least nothing I can remember, around September of that year, this bumper started circulating around the internet. Was this real? At the time, I thought it was bullshit because I was visiting my family in California at the time and didn't have cable, so I didn't see it for myself. But like a day later, I saw it on Twitter and I peeped some YouTubers talk about it. The Roundtable was the only big channel to talk about it, but it was still something popular in the animation community. Every post I would see about Adult Swim Jr. would be about cartoons that would be pitched or moved onto the new network. Everyone idealized Adult Swim Jr. would be a more mature Cartoon Network, but not extreme enough to be on late night Adult Swim. Like, shows that would air before 10 p.m. People described it as like a teen Nick for Cartoon Network. Ew. At the time, Cartoon Network had posted a bunch of pilots to their channel. The most popular at the time was Infinity Train. Around the internet, everyone was talking about how it seemed to be a more mature show with a real story, and how it had the potential to have a larger reach of younger and older audiences. There were speculations of Infinity Train, this other show called Villainous. There were rumors about the Kids Next Door Galactic thing premiering on there, and I remember hearing people talk about Victor and Valentino all being moved to Adult Swim Jr. I was pretty hesitant when hearing all this, since all these shows, though to be said, could have a range to older audiences, they all still had the TV PG style, if you know what I mean. But then I saw this. In 2017, Close Enough, with a couple more cartoons I don't care about, were planning to be released on TBS as an adult animation block. What does that have to do with Cartoon Network and Adult Swim Jr.? Okay, listen, just stick with me. Listen. Before these shows could premiere, roadblocks had risen, causing these cartoons to have a massive callback. And it's all the faults of Louis C.K. and Donald Trump. Yes, I'm 100% serious. Don't leave, please stay, hold on. If you want to know more about these debacles, I recommend watching these videos. I'll put it in the description. But in summary, Louis C.K., who created a cartoon for the animation block, went under fire for sexual misconduct, forcing TBS to pull his show, causing the already small block to be even smaller, probably causing the network to rework their future schedules and delaying anything premiering. Now Donald Trump in 2016 was elected president. And with the power he now held, he was able to force restrictions on outlets he wasn't very fond of. One of them was CNN. Stick with me, listen. But instead of only going for CNN, he went straight to Turner Broadcasting, which is the company that hosts CNN, TBS, and Cartoon Network. Again, if you want to learn about this stuff, you can watch the videos I recommended. But with all that done, all these cartoons from TBS, to anything coming from Cartoon Network, maybe even shows from different channels like TNT or in True TV. Different channels from Turner, like TNT and True TV, could have been affected as well. But focusing only on animation, Close Enough was going to be a cartoon on the TBS block, but that cartoon with the rest of them were delayed, with, at the time, no information on why. Not knowing what was going on at the time, when the idea of Close Enough, a show still being produced and worked on at Cartoon Network Studios, being moved to Adult Swim Jr., I was starting to think, yeah, that makes sense. That could be a plausible possibility. Wait, isn't Adult Swim owned by Turner? Yeah. So, wouldn't Adult Swim Jr. also be affected by Trump's delays? Well, yeah. So literally none of what you just said made any sense. Yeah. So, you're stupid. Yep. And of course, as we all know now, Adult Swim Jr. never happened and it faded into nothingness. Which sucks, but it makes sense. Like, How would that even work? A semi-teen channel network? It didn't work out for Nickelodeon. Even though I knew this wasn't going to be a thing, in the back of my head, I really wanted it to. I knew it was a stretch, but I was hoping to one day pitch my own show there. Alright, shut up. Okay, look. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to have my own show on Cartoon Network, okay? Everyone did. But as I got older, as everyone strayed away from cartoons, my love for them got bigger and bigger, until I knew that this was the one thing I was meant to do. As I got older, I got into more mature shows, and my ideas grew with them. Later, I started to learn that the word mature in animation, for adult animation at least, didn't really correspond to maturity. It was just an excuse for them to use more gruesome, gory, more fucked up humor.
Having a bowel movement inside of a tornado!
There would always be discussions on whether it was the network or the creator themselves pushing the crude humor, but in the end result would always be too vulgar for me, and for everyone else watching, because those shows would never last more than 2 seasons, give or take. I have no idea how Mr. Pickles lasted so long, but with the idea that the network was a mellowed out spot for cartoons, not strictly PG, I was so ready to apply for anything around Turner. But of course, this was stupid, and I threw away my 9-page pitch bible. Adult Swim Jr. a couple years ago could have been a thing, or at least at the time, it could have been an alright idea. It could have been a dump channel. A dump channel is a secondary channel usually no one has. Like, Disney has Disney XD, and Nickelodeon has like 3 of them bitches. And Cartoon Network has Boomerang. These networks around the 2010s were cool because, oh man, I want to watch Dexter's Lab. Oh, I want to watch Kick Buttowski. I want to watch Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Unless you were sick and stayed home from school that day, you weren't going to see any of these shows after 3 p.m. Unless you had these dump channels. They always had these old episodes playing. As the main channel continued to air newer shows, they had to bump older ones that were losing viewership. But instead of killing them off and losing the potential money they could have pulled in, they send them over to the other side for people that couldn't soften their nasty nostalgia boner. Adult Swim Jr. could have hosted those old Adult Swim classics like Home Movies, Aqua Teen, Space Ghost, Moral Oral, Metalocalypse, Venture Bros, the comic strip inspired cartoons like Oh Baby Blues and Dilbert. Those were great. Do you guys remember God, the Devil, and Bob? But now, in the 2020s, a dump channel is a pretty stupid idea. And I think we all know why.
It was also good.
I will throw myself under these cushions and you will never find me.
Do what it says.
Play something.
Streaming is the new wave, dude. We don't need to pay $100 for 2 extra networks while there's 200 we don't even watch. $15 a month, you have the whole arsenal of HBO Max. Don't know what all they have, but I know it's more than any of us really need. With new movie releases. Disney Plus is everything Disney related and Disney owned, which, when you look into it, it's more than you think. We all still love Netflix and Hulu, Paramount Plus. Streaming services have everything we need and more, whenever we want it. All the networks we love have partnered with them, so unless it's a network not for cable, we really don't need new ones, including Adult Swim Jr. We may never... Okay, no, take that back. We won't ever get an Adult Swim Jr. But the cool thing about streaming services is that everything is allowed. Netflix doesn't have a standards and practices department, so you can do anything from children's cartoons to hardcore, gory slasher movies, and everything in between. Remember back in 2015 when everyone was praising Netflix and saying it was the new wave of entertainment and prioritized creativity at an industry level? Well, in a couple years, imagine how these platforms will blow up. In 2025, we're going to have the best content we've ever had without having to pay over $100 a month. Why? In all your videos, do you end up talking about streaming services? What happened to Adult Swim Jr.? Dude, I'm trying to make a point. Okay, look, listen. Adult Swim Jr. is dead. It's never going to happen. Suck it up. and watch whatever you want online. Trust me, you will find something you like. You just gotta go look for it. And yes, I am fully aware of that Adult Swim Jr. is in a way real. Adult Swim this year did their April Fool's joke around it. I had this idea back in January, and I started working on it like late March. Like 2 days before they actually premiered it, I'm like, yo, y'all wait damn near 4 years to make this. And of course, when I'm starting to review stuff and make my own things. But whatever.